Hey, what's up guys? It's LEGO Hobo 910 here with another LEGO video. And in this video I'm reviewing set number 75258, Anakin's Podracer, the 20th Anniversary Edition. So let's get right into the review. So first off, we have this slightly smaller build. It's a stand for the 20th Anniversary minifig in this set. We'll take a closer look at him later. Every 20th Anniversary set comes with a 20th Anniversary minifig, as well as a little stand here, and they all are printed with the same thing, the only difference being the name down at the bottom, this one being Luke. It's just a simple little stand here. Then it also comes with this 2x4 plate, so you can slip it under there and then connect it to other stands here so that we can connect them all in a line. So yeah, we'll look at the minifig closer in just a second. Now let's go look at the main build of the set. Here's the main build of the set, of course being Anakin's Podracer. This is inspired from the 1999 set, Anakin's Podracer. They even, gave it similar minifigs and everything. Something that I think is cute. Remember that image of the box art there? They, kind of replicated the position with Padme down in the bottom right, and the Podracer with the same angle with those flaps open. Yeah, so I think that's just kind of a cute little addition, trying to replicate the original design on the box. And then also, I've said it many, many times, I love the box art for the 20th Anniversary sets. It looks very clean and very nice. So, now let's actually look at the build here. And first of all, you can see that this is a pretty sizable build here, with minifig in comparison here. You can see it's pretty large, and this is only a $30 set. And the reason that this is so large is obviously because of all the empty space here, the fact that it's, a few inches above the ground, and also there's all this very empty space. It makes it feel a lot larger than the set actually is. So now let's go look at it a bit closer. So first of all, they have this nice little stand here, which holds it up pretty well. It is a bit wobbly, so if you bump it too hard, it will fall. I wish they made this a bit bigger. And also, when you have it setting on wire shelves like I do, it doesn't really stay up that easily. And then also, it's shown that you can use this as a handle to kind of hold it and fly it around better. It is a bit small. Then again, I have larger hands than most kids will, and I can still hold it, just the bottom there doesn't fit too comfortably, but it's fine. And then that all connects up into this clear beam here, these clear beams which hold it together. They used tan Technic pins there, which doesn't bother me there, but here these tan connectors, I think, look a bit funky. I'm pretty sure they haven't come in clear yet, and they probably weren't allowed to make, make them in clear now just for this one set. And then also having all the black pieces through here really kind of gets rid of the illusion that the rest of this pretty successfully pulls off. So I wish maybe for the black they would have used tan, because tan there doesn't bother me and it doesn't bother me there. So I wish for the black they would have used tan, and then maybe, recolor these pieces in transparent or done something different, because the gray and the tan there really stands out and looks kind of funky. Now let's start by looking at the actual pod here where Anakin sits. Now this has a lot of stickers. You can just right off the bat here see 1, 2, 3, 4. There's also a 5th there, and of course 6, 7, 8. There are 8 stickers on this alone, and there are 6 other stickers up near the front of the pods. So this set has a lot of stickers for a fairly small set. And in fact, within a 2-minute period, you put a lot of these stickers on here, so it's quite a lot of stickers. It's kind of annoying. I do like the shaping here with these little angled things, and obviously if you want you can angle them down, but they're not really meant to. You can just because of the way that they're built. I think they definitely wouldn't look complete without the stickers, so if you really, really hate stickers, that's going to be a problem for you if you want this set, because it really loses a lot of the look without the stickers. Let's move down here to where these long pieces of flex tubing connect here. I like how they connected there with the skeleton arms. It's pretty discreet, and then also if you want you can angle it up closer to the pod or down there. I also like the fact that they included a couple of these bushings just to add a bit more detail. And then these go up along here where they connect here, and these can angle a bit, except most of the time the tension just keeps them pretty low. And then the detailing on the pods here is fantastic. They have these large cones and all this, and they use some pretty interesting techniques to get all of this going on here, which looks very nice, as well as the gear and that other kind of large Technic piece. I don't know what it's called, I don't know much about Technic. They use a lot of interesting pieces and a lot of interesting techniques to get all the shaping and texture. My favorite piece here is this Uruk-hai sword from Lord of the Rings in this kind of metallic dark orange color. I believe that's like the first time I've used them since Lord of the Rings, and this is the first time it's in this color. There's also these on the bottom, which can be hinged if you want. I don't really see why you'd want to. They're just kind of, once again, hinged like that because that's the way they're connected. Then these are meant to be moved. They're little flaps here up at the front, and there's 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. And those can be moved around, you know, like simulate getting different drag to help steer it. And I like the energy binders here in the center, using those kind of lightning pieces in the pink, and once again, if you want, you can move those. So these pods aren't quite mirror images because this area is built a little bit differently to get them at the different angles there, which I think is nice because... Then here are the other 6 stickers on these flaps here, which were originally designed for the first Anakin's Podracer set, and have been used on, I believe, only Anakin's Podracer since then. And they can hinge out if you want, once again, you know, like, represent steering and getting different amounts of wind and flaps, you know, all that aircraft stuff, so that way it can steer better and make tighter turns. And I think that's a pretty cool look, having one really open, so that way you can, you know, get different drag and maneuver it. It looks pretty cool, and then it's also, in universe, you know, makes sense for moving it, but also it looks kind of cool on display if you have them like that. And overall, I think this Podracer is really cool. My one small complaint is the base not being big enough. And there's also a lot of stickers, which does kind of bother me, but if you do get them on correctly, it looks really nice. So overall, I really like this Podracer. Let's move on to the minifigs now. Other than the 20th anniversary minifig, which we'll look at in a second, this set comes with 2 minifigures. On the left, little Anakin, and then on the right, Padme. Little Anakin is probably the least interesting of them, but of course it makes sense to include him. Padme's a lot more interesting, and I'll explain why when we get to her. Anakin here just has short, tan legs, and then a very similar print to the prints that he's had on all the previous versions. Looks pretty good, though, and he has the little goggles on the brown helmet, which can be put up or down. And then the printing continues around to the back. I really like the belt. That's probably my favorite part of the printing there. And then if we pop off his helmet here, you can see that one face better. This face really fits him. I like that. It looks so nice. This face doesn't fit him as well. It does fit him a decent bit, but not as well as the other face. I wish they would have included a hairpiece for him, though, so that he doesn't always have to be wearing the helmet. But yeah, overall, I think he's a pretty good minifig, and of course, obviously has to be in this set, because, you know, it is Anakin's Podracer. So now moving on to Padme, who's more interesting. The main reason because she has mid-legs, which, if you don't know, were first introduced in the Harry Potter CMF series. As you can see, they're taller than short legs, but they're not as big as regular legs, and then can be posed, unlike short legs. So that's pretty nice. It's good to see them actually starting to use them in the sets instead of just that one CMF line. So that's pretty neat inclusion. She also has this new hairpiece, which looks pretty good, with the individual little braids coming down the back. Then she just comes with a mid-sized blaster. The torso printing is pretty nice. There's a little tiny bit of, like, gray in there, which is kind of hard to see. Just kind of creates a bit of texture and looks pretty nice. And then this head has been used on about 5 million minifigs here. There's that face, and then this one. This one really doesn't fit Padme all that well. I think this one fits her pretty nicely, though. And then also the back printing is just kind of a continuation of the stuff on the front. And overall, I think she's a pretty cool minifig. I wish they would maybe use a different head with some more accurate faces. But overall, I think they're a pretty cool set of minifigs. Let's look at the 20th anniversary fig now. So each of the 20th anniversary sets comes with one of these minifigs. And this is Luke Skywalker from 1999. The most recent one in the whole thing is Lando from 2003. Most of them are from 1999 or 2000. And he is one of the 2 minifigs from 1999. He looks pretty neat. The only thing that makes him not an exact replica is that print on the back, which is obviously a good idea, so that way people can't just, you know, get a bunch of these minifigs and then sell them as originals and make the originals lose all value. There's a lot of people that really hate those, because they're so large, but they also understand why they need to be there. Personally, I think, yeah, they could have maybe done them a bit smaller, but it doesn't bother me that much. I think the large print there doesn't look too bad. And moving around to the front here, of course, he has the flight suit. I know there's some people who have been having real opacity problems where the white isn't opaque at all. Mine could definitely be a little bit more opaque, but it's not as bad as what I've seen. And then, of course, he has the lightsaber here. And actually, one more small difference from the original. On original lightsabers, they had them chrome painted, the hilts there. So they stopped doing that because the paint chips off, and they're never going to do that ever again. So that's why they didn't include it there. And then, of course, he has his helmet, which is the old style helmet, because they did introduce that slightly newer one in the X-Wing. And that's the only set it's coming because it looks like they're reverting back to the previous one with the snow speeder there. I like the simple helmet design. And then there's his face, which, I don't know, I think it's kind of funny the way it looks. And then, of course, no alternate face. And overall, I think he's a pretty cool minifig and is definitely, you know, a good thing to collect along with all the other 20th anniversary minifigs. Overall, I think this is a pretty cool set. I'm glad that they decided to make a Podracer, since I believe the last time we got a Podracer was like, I don't know, somewhere around like maybe 2012 somewhere. I have the previous set, and it came out a long time ago, so I'm glad that they've made another Podracer set. I think the minifig selection is pretty good, and of course the 20th anniversary fig is great, and will definitely be a good addition to the collection. Overall, I really like this set. That's all from me for now, and bye.